We leave so many things behind us. Objects, memories, mistakes.
Earlier this year around August, in case you missed out on the news, Quantic Dream and developers Palworld Studio came out with a reveal of a project called Under the Waves. It's what was described to be by the same folks as a new narrative-driven adventure science fiction game and a release window of 2023 only, coming to PCs, Xbox and PlayStation consoles as well. Here's a trailer. The game's set to be coming out for the Nintendo Switch at a later date though.
They sink in time, touch the bottom and go to sleep. Silence is full of ghosts. And here, voices can only come from the deep. Deep under the waves.
Our world has a rhythm. We all sense it. But only a few truly feel it. It is found in the smallest moments. In every step of a perilous journey.
Coming up behind that from roughly 3 years ago, we've got the one and only game Everwild, which is just one of the less mentioned top projects in the making by developers Rate. That's also the same folks behind Sea of Thieves. The good news over here is that the game's being made as a full-blown project and now has a release window of 2024. Game is Microsoft exclusive. Here's a trailer, just a reminder, the game is at its core a semi-open world adventure.
It teaches us to look beyond the expected. To be a light in dark places. To seek answers. And to stand watch over our world. Our world has a rhythm. We all sense it. But only a few truly feel it.
Where are you taking me? I asked you a question.
Moving on, we have Guerrilla Games and Firesprite from earlier Summer Game Festival this year. Horizon Call It a Mountain as the first major exclusive title for the PlayStation VR, the one that's on the way, and how that'll work in terms of gameplay or technically what it is all about. Call It a Mountain just got a release date of February 22nd, 2023 as a PlayStation 5 and PlayStation VR 2 exclusive and releasing at the gadget launch.
Possible, Reyes. Climb the mountain. Find out why the machines are attacking. Do that, and you shall be a free man. It will take all your wits, your skills, and courage. You have walked in the shadows, Reyes. Now it is time to climb.
She set out to record life at the end of this season.
To make it real for people in the future. She asked us about living together.
At number 4, we've got over here once again Season from roughly 2 years ago. In fact, earlier this year we named to Season a letter to the future. What was described by the fine folks as a third-person atmospheric adventure bicycle road trip game through the eyes of a young woman leaving a very secluded community. This is how the game will eventually look, and all we know is that it's releasing early next year for PCs and the PlayStation consoles only.
The way she listened made you want to tell her everything.
I got to look in her journal. The world was telling her its secrets. I think she even figured out what will happen to us when the season ends. Is it going? Is it gone?
Not yet.
Palworld, on the other hand, is now set to be released for the Xbox Series and Xbox One alongside its previously announced PC version and due for release early to mid next year, possibly April. This is, in case you are new to it, a game about living a slow life with these mysterious creatures called pals. Pretty much like Pokemon, you get to take, collect, train, and eventually fight and breed and farm with these things. Check it out, this is how the game will actually work.
You ever feel like you're just waiting for a sign? To do that thing you've always meant to do?
At number 6 by Co-op developers, we've got actually one of the highest quality in the games of the past few years over here, something called Goodbye Volcano High, a cinematic narrative adventure and obviously a story-focused game. Other than that, all we know is the game's been in the making for a couple of years now. It was previously set to be coming out November this year, but it is now delayed to summer next year. It's gonna be coming to PCs and the PlayStation consoles only.
Might as well jump.
Moving on at number 7, we've got Bitcraft, announced almost a year ago from now, and what was touted as a procedurally generated sandbox MMORPG. This game is currently being developed by Clockwork Labs with a pre-alpha stage set to be coming our way soon. Bitcraft is actually labeled as a new kind of MMORPG, which you could probably see hints of that title in the trailer. That's all we know, and the full game is set to be coming out next year and for PCs only. Check it out.
Long ago, darkness took over the world. Our cities and surrounding areas have been devastated.
Lands of Raynar, on the other hand, is a first-person RTS or real-time strategy narrative-driven / action game. That is actually the description, in which you do take on the role of one of the last inhabitants of a dying land, and together with a companion, which is a horse, get to travel around on a path of discovery, which is said to be happening through getting to know the horse. There's a trailer game set to be coming to PCs and Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 that will be a next generation exclusive sometime next year.
Each soul. The glory days of our civilization are gone. But hope appeared and brought faith and light for better tomorrow. Lands of Raynar.
Moving on, we have Reka from last month's indie game showcase. What was back then described there as an atmospheric base building game set in some late 19th century rural Europe, in which you play as a medicine witch and travel the countryside, collect ingredients, craft medicine and magical stuff to eventually heal and aid a local village. That's pretty much all there's to it, as far as I'm concerned, with games set to be coming to PCs only later this year. Coming up behind that, we have once again over here Planet of Lana, what was formerly about 1.5 years ago announced to be a cinematic puzzle adventure Microsoft exclusive that's going to be hitting PCs and the Xbox consoles only. Well, this game just went on and got itself a little bit of a delay a couple months earlier, and it is now releasing around summer next year. That's and reassuring that the game's going to be delivering a legitimate science fiction platformer with heavy elements of puzzle. Moving on at 11, we've got from roughly half a year ago, something here called Skate Story. This is a cyberpunk style science fiction fantasy sports game, something you'd probably see with a VR headset just attached to your head. Skate riding, action RPG. Well, that is precisely the description. Here's how it looks. All you know is the game's coming to PCs only sometime next year.
Was a dream world in which familiar friends, from the most heroic to the most villainous, lived together in harmony. However, as time passed, the forgetting set in, and
Moving on, we've actually just got a new gameplay trailer for Disney Dreamlight Valley, a Disney life sim sort of game in the making ever since early 2020, I've been led to believe, and as a wholly free-to-play game. If you are a fan of old sim games like Animal Crossing, things like fishing, farming and stuff like that, of course, it's definitely one for you. Game set to be coming out early next year for PCs, Switch and other consoles as well. Here's a new trailer too.
This is a place where you'll have no worries, where you'll wish time could get frozen, where you can find a friend in everyone, and feed your passions. A place where you can find yourself at home and let your creativity reign. This is a place where every day is a dream come true. This is Dreamlight Valley.
Coming up behind that, we've got Ravenlok, an almost brand new IP that was shown at the Xbox Bethesda showcase as a fantasy action role-playing game with a heavy focus on character development and in real-time combat as opposed to a turn-based. In case you're wondering, yes, following the series' voxel-based trilogy from these folks, the game will release early next year and it'll be available for PCs and Xbox consoles only. At number 14, we've got probably the most anticipated retro-style platformer to be released next year. A game over here called Replaced, which is just considering any other game at the moment, even Sea of Stars in its own graphical style, a Microsoft exclusive game and one of the most visually advanced games in the making. That is also in the same vein as the much awaited game The Last Night. This game is described as a cinematic action adventure Metroidvania set to be coming out for PCs and Xbox consoles only early to mid next year. And last but not least, we've got Ruth's Journey. The full game, however, is now titled The Long Way Home, in case you weren't sure if it's the same name. And now the game's set to be released later this year on Steam for PCs only. This is a first-person narrative adventure game about the life of a photographer and a little decision of escaping their office job to follow her dreams. Check it out, game is pretty much in the same vein as The Memoir Blue, albeit in first person.